Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the first video on powder perfection. If you haven't seen that yet, jump over and take a look. I'll leave the link in the description box below. In that video, we covered the application of powder perfection, including lots of tips that will help you get a flawless finish. In this video, I'll cover the correct soak-off method, plus I'll recap through each step in more detail. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe for more videos. I'm trying to make videos which help you see OPI products up close, and I love detail because good nails are all about the details. So I hope this helps you out a little bit. Okay, so these are the nails I did in the first video, and 3 weeks on you can see the regrowth area. You'll also see there are no chips or cracks on the nails, which shows that the application was done well for them to last and be in good condition. You can go longer, but be mindful about lifting, as once the seal has broken and water can get in, you run the risk of causing problems. So let's now go over the best soak-off method. Always file the surface of the nail down to the first layer of colour. If you can see bare nail, you've gone too far, and we want to make sure the health of the nail plate is preserved. I'm using the OPI Edge 180 file to bring down the bulk of the product. You can also use a 150 file, which will thin the nails even faster. You should be able to buff the colour down to a soakable level in as little as 5 minutes per hand. Once the product is filed thin, just wrap and soak like you would for a gel colour removal. As you can see from my near empty bottle, I prefer to use the Expert Touch lacquer remover, as it has conditioners in there and it helps keep the nails in good condition. I'm also using the Expert Touch remover wraps. I find them less fiddly to use, as the pad and the foil are built in together, and they stay on the finger securely, as the foil has more thickness than regular foil. You can see I've wrapped them slightly differently on some of the nails. I'm just showing you a couple of different ways you can secure them. Don't squeeze too hard when you apply them, as you'll force all the liquid out and you'll be left with a dry pad, which isn't as effective. And remember, keeping the hands warm speeds up the chemical process and the removal time. These OPI plastic mitts are easy to slip over the foil and keep in the heat. You can see the moisture building up on the inside of the glove. After 15 minutes you can check the nails. Encourage the soaked product off the nails with a plastic cuticle stick, which is kinder on the nails rather than a metal one. You can see I'm only using a gentle touch to lift the product from the nail, which is better for the health of the natural nail. Any stubborn product can be rewrapped, so carry on with the other nails and come back to those ones. Some product will be easier to remove than others, depending on how much time, how much remover, and how warm the soak-off environment is. Just stay patient and go back to those nails when they've had a little bit more time to soak. To keep wrapped nails even warmer, you can cover them with a towel or even a wheat bag or heat pack. Plus, your clients will love feeling pampered and warm. It's so satisfying when the product comes off with little effort, as you also know that less damage is being caused when it's removed correctly. So here are the nails after being soaked, and now we can buff off any last little bits and smooth out the nails ready for reapplication. Then dust the nails to see if there's any more buffing to be done. Here I'm showing you that the nail strength hasn't been compromised and the nail is not bendy after removal. Buff with the grey side of the OPI Flex 220-280 buffer. For any stubborn bits, you can use the OPI Flex 100-180 buffer, which is a coarser grit grade. Then you can finish with the grey side of the Flex 220 to smooth it out. You can even go back to the Edge 180 if you need to, just be careful not to be too harsh on the natural nail. Then onto the Flex 180 and the Flex 220 to finish again. Dust the nails and cleanse with NAS 99 to check you've got it all removed. Apply Pro Spa cuticle oil or start to prep to apply your favourite nail system. Let's recap now on everything that can and will go wrong, especially when you're new to dipping powder. The number one problem I hear is those lids getting stuck. Just be careful when putting the brush back into the bottle that you don't get any product on the neck. This applies to base and top coat as they are both resins. If you do slip up, then make sure you wipe the neck of the bottle before putting the lid back on. However, remember, if you do get that lid stuck on, the solution is to run the bottle cap under the hot water tap. Okay, on to number 2. Stop those base brushes from hardening by making sure you dust off any excess powder from the nail before applying again. And for the top coat, make sure you wait enough time after the activator and dry wipe the nail before applying the top coat. The solution here, if your brush does go hard, is to soak the bristles in the OPI Expert Touch Lacquer Remover or acetone. Okay, on to problem number 3. To avoid those missing sections, make sure the base isn't applied too thin. If you get a gap on the first coat, just carry on with the second coat and you should be fine. If it's on the second coat, then you can add some more base and redip, but you'll probably see the patch. Number 4, remember to stagger the base layers to get a nice taper at the cuticle to avoid the chunky looking nails and leaving the nails looking more natural. Number 5, avoid lumps by dipping at a 45-degree angle. This will in turn save you on extra filing, which takes time. Number 6, ensure you get a shiny top coat by making sure you buff smoothly and don't overwork the top coat. Also remember to do 2 coats of top coat. Number 7, and last but not least, is soak off. If you're finding that soak off is slow, remember to file down to that first layer of colour. Then wrap with OPI Expert Touch Lacquer Remover or acetone and keep those hands warm to speed up the removal time. I've just got one more bonus tip for you. If you've been to one of my trainings before, you'll know that I encourage techs to hold their bottle while working. However, with Powder Perfection, you're picking up and putting down the bottle frequently between each dip. Also bear in mind that with a nice full bottle, holding it at an angle could cause the product to tip out, wasting product, and it has been known to stick the bottle to your hand. If you're watching, you know who you are. So I hope that recap was useful. My aim is to keep providing videos that add value to your skill set to help you to add value in the salon. Let me know in the comments section below what you liked and didn't like about these videos so I can include that next time. And please follow me over on Instagram to keep up to date with the latest OPI info. Details are on the screen now. Thanks for watching. I'm Cheryl from OPI NZ and I look forward to seeing you next time.